The Everest Expedition, an adventure of a lifetime. Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth, with an elevation of 8,848 meters, 29,029 feet, above sea level. Climbing Mount Everest is widely regarded as one of the most difficult and dangerous mountaineering expeditions in the world. An Everest expedition typically involves traveling to the Nepalese side of the mountain and setting up base camp at an elevation of 5,364 meters, 17,598 feet. Climbers then make their way up the mountain, passing through several higher elevation camps along the way until they reach the summit. Climbers must be in the excellent physical condition and well acclimatized to the altitude in order to reach the summit of Mount Everest. They must also be well equipped with the necessary equipment, such as warm clothing, climbing equipment, and oxygen supplies. The summit route is also subject to unpredictability and severe weather conditions, such as high winds, cold temperatures, and heavy snowfall. When combined with the altitude, this can make the ascent extremely dangerous. Despite the risks, thousands of people from all over the world attempt to climb Everest each year. It is important to remember, however, that climbing Mount Everest is not a decision to be taken lightly, and it should only be attempted by experienced climbers who are fully aware of the risks involved. How much does an Everest expedition cost? The cost of an Everest expedition can vary widely depending on a number of factors, such as the operator, the route, and the level of support provided. Climbers can expect to pay between $40,000 and $60,000 for a guided Everest expedition. Permits, transportation, food, lodging, and support from a team of experienced guides and Sherpas are typically included in this cost. Those who want to attempt the climb without a guide or support team can save money, but they will need more experience, skill, and preparation. How many climbers' bodies are still on Everest? Unfortunately, many climbers have died on Mount Everest due to the inherent dangers of the mountain. As of 2021, it is estimated that around 300 climbers' bodies still remain on the mountain, preserved by the extreme cold and altitude. These bodies serve as a somber reminder of the risks involved in attempting to climb the world's highest peak. What is the Everest Expedition? The Everest Expedition is a guided or self-guided journey to Mount Everest summit that typically lasts several weeks or even months. To reach the summit, climbers must navigate treacherous terrain, extreme weather conditions, and the effects of high altitude. Typically, the expedition begins with a trek to base camp at around 17,000 feet, followed by several weeks of acclimatization and climbing higher up the mountain. Finally, climbers attempt to summit the peak, a difficult and dangerous task requiring skill, experience, and physical and mental endurance. Why is climbing Everest so expensive? Climbing Everest is expensive due to the inherent risks and challenges of the climb, as well as the high level of support and resources required. Expedition companies are responsible for providing experienced guides, Sherpas, food, lodging, and transportation, as well as paying for permits, equipment, and other logistical costs. Climbing Mount Everest is also a highly sought-after and prestigious achievement, which increases demand and allows businesses to charge a premium for their services.